Since the dawn of our democracy, education has been a critical indicator of our development as a nation. While some achievements have been made, the country remains challenged by inadequate learning outcomes that result in poor retention rates and below standard matric results. This reality is harsher for rural communities who are further away from the technology and built infrastructure of large metropolitan cities.
As a country, we have developed best legislation, best policies, and best strategies. However, implementation of these policies and strategies still remain a challenge.
Government resources are limited. And because of limited resources, the state has to always look, seek, and find more efficient and effective ways of delivering services in an impartial, fair, and equitable manner. And that's a challenge before us. So where does impact and change come? Therefore, innovation becomes extremely critical. It becomes a critical driver in the way the state has to offer that service.
Because of the importance of education, the Tirelo Bosha partnership sought to support and pilot new ways of delivering public service through contributing to the improvement of frontline public service delivery.
Tirelo Bosha Public Service Improvement Facility aims to support initiatives related to governance system, e.g., capacity challenges in government and poor quality of frontline services, namely services delivered directly to the public. This means that we must improve or upscale our innovation. This has been highlighted by my previous speaker here, that innovation is very important in the delivery of public services, because we can't continue doing one and the same thing but hoping for different results.
When we formulated the project to say, listen, even if we can't give internet access to that deep rural areas, we can give them some sort of access to content. And we then define a project where we say, let's take a server and put content on that, and with a wireless device that we connect to the server, give the children tablets and other laptops so that they get the feeling that they're working on actual internet. Because we were also trying it was not only about the content for us, it was that extra type of skills that a child need to click on hyperlinks, to search, to understand how to navigate through Wikipedia.
Tirelo Bosha, funded by the Belgian government and located at the Department of Public Service and Administration, supported innovative interventions that are well aligned with the National Development Plan.
The reason why we provide seed funding, or the Tirelo Bosha funded by the Belgian government, is that we want to see catalytic effects. And that really is the key. And we want to see what impact and change.
In Limpopo, the lack of information technology infrastructure in schools proved to be a real barrier to updated information and learning material, crucial to learner development and teacher support.
So we wanted to bring that other type of skills also to it. So we then pitched to the Department of Education and say, Department, this is our idea. What do you think about it? And they bought into it. And that is where the project was then born, where we say, let's pitch this and apply for funds and get the equipment and then bring this quality content to deep rural areas, so that children in deep rural areas have a similar experience as their counterparts here in the city.
And the Department of Education saw the need to go the offline route, given the fact that we do not have connectivity in the whole of Limpopo. So we embraced the idea of offline, given the fact that at least now our children, those that are in the classroom, and especially those in the rural areas, the periphery of the province, will be able to access content in trying to close the digital gap that we are experiencing, because there is a gap that is existing in terms of digital.
The offline content to schools without internet connectivity project improves access to information and in so doing contributes towards improvement of learning outcomes, increased access to technology and inclusive information society development. The project has skilled and equipped teachers and learners from 10 pilot schools with mobile gadgets providing access to additional teaching and learning material in an offline environment.
Mathomo go ba le go le boima go tswana le ga ke tlhalositse gore ba itlisha mo rena ma teacher be re ne le tshogo la diphetogo tše di ntshwa tše di leng gona mara re ntse re le ntse re tswela pele na pile ke tšea ke bontšha ma teacher ke ba bontšha gore ntwe gape ga ine bothata a re tsweleng pele ka yona ka thoma ka bona pele gore e kgone go ba bobebe e kgone go re thušane pele ya bana ba sekolo.
So the project, as in the initial phase, everybody welcomed the project. Parents as well welcomed this with open hands. So it was a blessing in disguise for this project to come to our school.
The project is implemented by the Limpopo Connexion. Limpopo Connexion is a subsidiary of the Limpopo Economic Development Agency, which is a province-owned entity.
For now, to the best of my knowledge, it's only ourselves as Department of Education and Limpopo Connexion, which is a subsidiary of the Limpopo Economic Development, Environment and Tourism. For now, to the best of my knowledge, there are only 2 partners.
The most innovative element of the project is supplying the internet content to the rural classrooms without having a connection to the actual internet. The offline content is stored on a server at each school, which is connected to a local area network to share information.
Look around other classes. We're no longer using chalkboards. We no longer use chalkboards frequently. You'll see that we've gone to an extent of improvising the wall. We're using this type of a project to move from that old method of using chalk and chalkboard to a digital type of a method of teaching. So our walls, the back of our walls in most classes where you were, you'll see that they are painted with white, so that we use projectors from the laptops, projectors and laptops to teach. So it's excellent. And in future it's going to save the department a lot of money, because now they are installing programs inside the laptops and tablets. They're no longer going to buy books. Books are there in the laptops. They're no longer going to purchase books. Those programs are making easy for the department to save financially.
Feedback from the pilot suggests that maths and science results have improved following the launch of the initiative. At 2 of the 5 schools that the evaluators visited, the schools produced the first students to achieve distinction passes in maths and science in their entire history. The educators attributed this achievement to the introduction of the offline content and the renewed interest that came about as a result of the equipment.
If you go around the whole village now, everybody is praising Lishua Primary School. Why? Because this project enabled everybody in the community to be computer-wise. We need to keep this offline content alive and continue with it. And if it was possible, I would recommend that at least other schools as well be engaged in this type of a project, because it helps a lot. If we want to assist the Department of Education in making sure that the black learners are studying effectively, we need to continue with this.
Na be ke gopola gore le fapa la rena la thuto le ska ga gore Tirelo Bosha wa fetša le kontraka bona le bona na pele ba tlogela taba ya offline lekgotla la rena la tša thuto a le tšwele pele le re fe le re tsietse re kgone go tšwela pele ka offline content ke ntho e botse ke ya e rata e ka re tšwetša pele.